Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Misscliks D&D Seaborn. So, Bayhana and Trellis, you go searching for Temriel. You meet up with your friend at the bottom of the mountain. It's pretty obvious to him what happens when he doesn't see the other two, but he does see you guys, and he talks about hearing the dragon roar and seeing the dragon, and assumes that you must have completed your task because you're still alive. He guides you around the mountains as you look around for Temriel's body. This actually stretches on into a multi-day search of the area. Temriel's corpse and his possessions are not found, but you do find the ship in its little box form, sitting gently on a rock as if it had been placed there by someone. There's no sign of Temriel anywhere, or any of his gear.
I find that very odd, but I say a thank you prayer to Valmentarius and appropriate the ship. What's our guide's name again? Greg?
Sure, Greg. I didn't write it down.
Charles? Chuck?
I like Charles better than Greg.
Okay.
Charles.
Yeah.
I asked Charles if he would like to join us as we journey back to the nuns of Valmentarius with the artifact that we have recovered.
Charles tells you he'd like to go see his family.
Where's his family?
Theoden's Rock. New Valusuvius. No. What's your town's name?
Zuneland?
No.
Luton.
Valuton.
Yes,
New Valuton.
Valuton. Oh, New Valuton, that's
Yeah,
right.
he wants to go back to New Valuton to see his family, but he wishes you a fond farewell.
Farewell, Chucky.
Charles.
Take care and safe travels.
Okay.
I ask Trellis, is there anything else you'd like to do before we go back to the nuns of Valmontharius?
I look around. It's been a long journey indeed. I would like some rest. I will accompany you back.
Cool. So I undo the ship. Can the ship sail with just us?
Yeah.
Cool.
Magic ship. It can do a lot of
magic
things.
ship. That's great. And then along the long journey back to the nuns, we're the only two people on the ship, so I asked Trellis to tell me her account of what really happened with the dragon, because I had never heard it.
What do you mean? Like what happened up on the?
No, I wasn't there when the dragon got, released, and everyone hates you guys and is after you guys. So, why did you release the dragon?
To be honest, I am not entirely sure. This was all Temriel's thing. And Dark Albert and them, they were on a mission, and I happened to join them. At this point, we woke up on a beach somewhere one day, and I joined this group, and Maribel was my reason for kind of sticking around, but with the other two, I never was quite sure what to make of the adventure.
Why did you go along with it when they wanted to release a dragon on the world?
Well, I was just kind of along for the ride. I have my own search that I've been looking for, so I joined along, and as long as they weren't doing anything completely evil, I was also trying to help along the way.
You don't think that releasing a dragon is evil?
Well, I think they were trying to get rid of it. So I think the whole point of releasing that dragon was supposed to be something spiritual, and I can appreciate that.
What is it that you are searching for?
I am searching for my family. I have no idea what happened to them, and I don't know very much about my history regardless, so I grew up kind of alone for a long, long time, and it would be nice to have family again.
The nuns of Valmontharius are my family.
That's good. I hope they treat you very well.
So, we make the journey back. Neil, do we arrive without incident at the nunnery?
Not without incident. We will maybe we can go into the adventures you have on your way there another time. But there are problems. There are, someone tries to board your ship and you have to fight them off, and there's bandits on the road, but the two of you are strong enough that these are minor problems. Eventually you do make it back to Yunta, and back to the nuns of Velmontarius, who graciously accept the orb, give you their thanks.
I present it to the Mother Superior on bended knee and with great pride. And then I stand up next to Trellis, and I kind of like look at her and I study her and I say, "Sisters, as you know, this is one of, what were they called? They were called something, the team that freed the dragon. Weren't they called something like the dragon?
Marauders or something?
Yeah. This is one of Maribel's marauders, as you know. And I submit to you what should be done. But I will say that this one has fought beside me bravely and searches for family, and I believe that she would be a great servant of Valmontarius if given the chance."
They asked to hear your side of things and promised to listen to it. After all, you did voluntarily show up and submit yourself to them, brought back this magic orb, imprisoned this evil dragon, and you have one of their very own vouching for you. So they listened to your story and agreed to help you find your home. They have extensive historical records, and the two of you stay with them for a few months until they pick up a possible lead on where your family might have been.
But Trellis has to say whether she accepts becoming one of the nuns of Valmontarius. She didn't say whether she did or not.
This is it, regardless of whether she joins up with your group or not as a nun. They will help her with her personal project, whether or not she joins with them. The world owes a great debt to the four of you.
No, Neil. So here's the story, okay? So the nuns of Valmontarius actually wanted me to get the Orb of Imprisonment, get Brimstone in it, and then turn all of Maribel's marauders in to the nuns of Valmontarius so they could imprison them and then get the reward.
I forgot
so
about
that's what they're supposed to want from her, but I was speaking on her behalf.
But she did all these good things, and if she tells her right side of the story, they waive it over. They're willing to oversee those things because they're false accusations once she tells her side of things. That no longer applies.
Okay.
So you were gonna turn me in?
Yeah, she's gonna backstab all of them.
I was right all along.
What we were gonna do.
I was gonna turn if it hadn't been Trellis, because Trellis was the one that was always nice to me and like fair, and I like built a friendship with her. And I had all this time to hear her story, so that's why I was speaking on her behalf. Otherwise,
the others, okay.
But otherwise, if that hadn't happened, I'm way more loyal to the nuns of Valmontarius, so I would have told everyone whatever they wanted to believe, and then brought them in and been like, "Here you go, nuns," and I wouldn't have spoken up for anyone except for if someone had been particularly like noble.
Now, I think this is a perfect time for Albert and Temriel to talk to
but wait,
everyone
let
about
us finish the story. Because Trellis has to be given that choice of like, okay, will you accept the right and like, let the nuns kind of take you in exchange for help to find your family.
Would you accept, Trellis? Would you join this order of warrior women who are very strict about what you have to do and where to go and how to pray?
I think I would join them for a time, but I think inside I would know that I would have to leave one day. And I let them know that my journey may take me away.
I think they're very pleased with your actions in the world.
Yeah, I think they like that. That's cool. So now we're nun sisters, and we live happily ever after until the next time we adventure together.
Well, let's just take a moment and have Albert and Temriel talk about what we were chatting about before the two of you joined the call today.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'll let you go ahead, Trump.
What? Nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
We're dead now, so it doesn't
Well,
matter.
not say it.
I think we're gonna leave with the secrets that our characters.
Well, suffice it to say, we suspected that you were up to no good.
It's no fun if you guys don't reveal. I revealed.
Yeah.
Come on.
Fair,
This is the end of the story.
Okay, well, you joined us as a really shady character. I was afraid that you were going to use the. I didn't know that you were actually an Unveiling. I thought that was all a lie. So I was going to make sure after the fight, since we kind of needed you, to reobtain the orb for ourselves and kind of split without you.
That's fair. It would have been reasonable.
There was talk of murder.
Possibly including your death. I was probably going to.
Put off.
Possibly.
And there was a discussion about, well, Trellis will probably join her, so we'll probably have to kill her too.
That's kind of true.
I mean, it depends on the reaction of the orb getting, right?
Poor Bree. She's like, I just wanted to have a family.
Everyone tried to
Let
betray
me
you.
punish the evil people and help the good, but no, let's just take me out.
We're supposed to be pirates, guys.
Yeah, we're not very good pirates.
We're really freaking sucky pirates. So,
Well, to be fair, I also
someone's treasure.
I also had a contingency plan because I was always going to try to convince you guys to come back to the nuns with me, not knowing that they were going to capture you. But if I couldn't convince you, I was going to have to capture you and put you in the hold of the ship and then make the ship a box and then bring the box back to Valmontarius. So I had all these spells. Like, I specifically worked out this whole elaborate plan because I had invisibility to undead and command. So I was going to like basically command Trellis and Dark Albert to die, which just basically like puts you out of commission for a whole round, and then like go invisible to undead, take Temriel down because he couldn't see me or like while he was sleeping or something like that, and just like pack everybody up in the box and go home.
That's pretty good.
But you know, this worked out too.
Well, that about wraps up our major storylines for Misscliks D&D Seaborn.
Oh, and the last roll was a 100.
Ooh.
I know.
we
Woo!
should feel like all the fancy things we had or something.
Does anyone else have any side stories that they were working on? I think we revealed them all.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like the spoon was done.
Love that spoon.
I can't believe that spoon. I would, as a DM, I would not be able to keep that a secret as long as you did, Neil.
That spoon.
Considering all the times we like ran out of food and like had to make major story
You know
things.
what? I feel like he almost did tell us in a way.
I know he did because he kept being like, "We ran out of food."
What could you do? Do you have utensils you could use to eat your
Why would I have
panther?
ever not used that spoon? Like,
I was surprised that no one tried to find out how to use it. You know, there's no attempts at experimenting with the spoon.
I thought it was like having a magical aura of something, so I just thought that like by having it around something would happen.
Oh, like a spoon of +1 protection?
Yeah, something like that.
Obviously, Neil.
Spoon of
Yeah.
protection.
Spoon of +1 protection.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, everyone knows about those. So, that does wrap up Seaborn for now. But our crew kind of needs to decide what we're going to do next. It's probably likely that we'll take some sort of holiday break. But what we're going to do is meet about that, discuss that, and then we will let you know on the Misscliks Twitter what will happen next. But don't forget that Prophecy is still going on, Misscliks D&D Prophecy. So even while we're on our break, you can watch that show. It's a 5th edition campaign, DM'd by Nadja Trista, and it's on this same time tomorrow. So you can get your D&D fix even while we're gone, depending on, you know, if we do take time off. So hang out with them.
Okay. Well, that's it for Seaborn, everybody. We'll see you sometime in the future. Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Happy Thanksgiving.